I guess it at least doesn't count as a complete loss.
As you say that, your eye catches movement at the edge of the woods, and you see something like moving through the brush. It doesn't look very big.
Okay. I
It's not
I'm
coming
like,
in towards the group, but it's also like sort of moving around at the edge towards the deeper woods.
okay. Um, you guys see that?
The rest of the party, when you like point it out, they see like the brush shaking and stuff, but they have no like further. They don't see anything else.
We're
I'm
jumping
gonna
at shadows.
I'm
Come
gonna
now.
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
It might be nothing, but if I start screaming, draw your weapons, I guess.
You head over to the edge of this clearing and you poke around at the brush until you figure out what's moving around. You see a little cat, a little feral looking cat
Oh,
that opens its eyes wide as it sees you like poking around for it and jumps and leaps over behind a tree and starts like heading away from you. But just as it's like about to leave your line of sight, it looks over its shoulder back at you and sort of flicks its tail patiently.
do I have speak with animals? I do, don't I?
Hmm.
I want to speak with animals. I use as a spell slot, but that's fine.
Okay.
I want to say
You
hello, little guy.
It sort of licks its paw and grooms its little furry ear for a bit, and then sort of looks at you expectantly again and starts moving away. Doesn't say anything.
Do you want me to follow you?
Once again, it pauses at the edge of your vision and is sort of sitting over it deeper into the woods.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can I shout at the party? I found a cat. I'm gonna follow it. I should be
Oh boy.
fine. I
Man,
should be fine.
somebody didn't read a lot of German fairy tales,
I
did
know,
they?
right?
No,
I don't
what's it
know.
called again? Grimm?
Oh, the Brothers Grimm.
Yeah, the Brothers Grimm, but change it to D&D.
The
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 brothers Volo.
the Brothers Grimmett. The Brothers Grimace.
no.
I see somebody
Okay.
hasn't read the Brothers Volo. That's
Yeah,
not a good idea, but if you're gonna chase the cat,
I
good
should
luck to
be
you.
Don't
I
go
should
too
be
far.
fine if I'm not back by the time the search party gets here.
You're dead. Got it. Just kidding.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna
Uh,
follow the cat
All right. As you head out of this clearing and start following the cat, it
very cautiously.
it sort of smirks at you and then starts heading away again, just a little bit faster.
What does that mean?
As I said, no one read German fairy tales, I
You
guess.
can
Okay.
roll survival or nature or perception, whichever you choose, to just keep following it if you want, or you can head back.
Yeah, I'm going to slowly continue to follow it one more time. And if nothing happens or if something bad happens, that's on me.
Okay,
I'm still on advantage. Shit.
that's
I didn't
fine.
mean to.
I'm guessing you intend to like walk along, but keep the clearing in your like line of sight behind you.
Yeah, just like even more slowly approaching than I was before.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. It's weird. You only think you move like 5 or 10 paces deeper into the woods out beyond that brush. But when you glance back to check your progress, you suddenly see just more deep woods. And when you turn around, you don't recognize any of the trees around you. You can make me a.
Okay.
What's your passive perception?
Passive. Oh, how do I check that?
13. Okay.
Yeah,
13, and then I'll roll.
I do have detect magic that I can use if I need it, but
Oh, damn. Well, don't worry. It rolled really poorly. It got a 4 on the die, so you just beat it. You see. Well, you don't see actually. You hear and feel the breath of something on your shoulder, and as you turn around, you see this like towering panther striding along behind you. It's not attacking you, it's just like moving behind you in your blind spot. And it sort of pokes you on the nose with its tail before it darts off into the woods again behind a tree trunk. And then only like half a second later, you hear rustling on a different side, and as you turn again, you see this like lynx, this like larger wildcat, but not as big as a panther, obviously, just sort of climbing along a tree branch and headed away. And it sort of hops down into the brush and out of your line of sight again. And then you feel something brushing against your ankle, and as you look down, it's that little house cat again.
Motherfucker transported to
okay.
Wakanda.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Speak with Animals is still going because I don't think it's been 10 minutes.
It is, but you don't need it.
They speak people.
You want to tell me what's going on here, man?
I'm not quite sure myself. But you certainly smell familiar. Have we met? And the cat sort of like wanders away from you again, and then out from behind a tree comes a tabaxi person. A cat person.
Catted. Oh.
You're getting Alice in Wonderlanded right now.
Yeah, straight up.
And they're sort of like putting their hand to their chin and pacing around, not looking at you. They're just sort of like pacing around you, and they say, I swear I've smelled you before.
You wouldn't happen to be Feywild, would you?
Not recently. And that tabaxi person sort of disappears behind a tree again. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. I'm normal. I'm not advanced. Perception.
Okay, with an 18, in just the couple of seconds that it was visible, you noticed that the tabaxi's hands in the moonlight were backwards.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh no.
And then
Entirely
you
fucked up.
hear something behind you, and you turn around again, and there's that sort of like lynx in the tree branches again, and it's like laying down lazily, and now it's finally looking at you, and its eyes are wide and glowing in the moonlight, and it says, you know, if you're from the Feywild... Oh! I know who you are. You're... Well, still, it's nice to see you again. You haven't been around in ages.
Well, forgive me. I don't think I quite recognize you.
Oh, of course you don't. The dreams never do. I am wondering, do you still play the flute?
I think so. I still have one, don't I?
I hope so. It was a wonderful song. I loved listening to your music. Would you play for me?
I don't have a flute in my inventory.
Well, that can be fixed.
I
Come
think
over
I
here.
picked it up.
And it jumps off of the tree branches again and sort of rushes away a little bit before turning back towards you, leading you again. You wouldn't want to be lost in the woods alone, would you?
Not particularly, so, what choice do I have?
None at all.
Great. I do
So
wish
you
to
follow the
return.
weird cat thing?
I guess I do. I hope you'd let me return before dawn.
Ah, of course. It's always just before dawn here. And as it leads you only a little bit away, it sort of twists and turns between trees and things, and then you find yourself in a clearing. A different clearing. And
Okay.
in this clearing, there is one single tree in the middle of it at the top of a very short hill, with something glinting against the bark of the tree. But surrounding this tree are these reeds that grow up in this clearing, and the cat sort of turns and looks at you expectantly as it starts like pacing around and says, "Well, go on then. Go find it."
Oh boy. I need to
You
find
can roll me a perception check again, by the way.
Okay, I need to find a flute in here?
Yes, find your flute.
Right.
With a 10, I will let you know that you can see perfectly fine, but as you sort of cast a glance upwards, you realize that there are no stars in the sky and the moons are nowhere to be seen.
That is not typical.
So you can look around this clearing, or you
love
can
to.
investigate the tree, you can talk to the cat some more, or you can run away and hope that that works. Really, you can
You're
do
an
anything. I'm just
adventurer.
laying out some options.
Yeah. Okay. Are you going to give me a hint as to where in particular I should start looking for this flute of mine?
Well, if you don't remember, I guess it wouldn't be fair just to leave you out here with nothing.
I prefer
Why
if you
don't you...
didn't.
Why don't you take what you lost at the tree? It might help you.
Alright, I will approach the tree.
Okay. You climb up this short hill as the reeds fall away to grass, and then it's just this floor of soft earth and tree roots. And up against this tree, you can finally see in the strangely illuminated, but by no source, night, that there is something nailed to the side of this tree with a glinting iron spike, and that something is a small pouch, maybe, of dark brown leather.
I'll take a peek at it. Take a look
sort of-
inside.
Okay. You put your hand on the iron spike and you sort of pull it out, and it has a bit of resistance, but with a couple of tugs, it comes undone pretty easily. And you open it up and you look inside, and immediately you smell something very strong, as coming from inside this little sack is the smell of incredibly powerful wine as the dark liquid inside sloshes around.
Oh! Yum! I don't
And
think-
glinting in the reflection of that wine, you see those glowing feline eyes that make you look up into the branches of the tree, where you see the cat grinning down at you with its fangs bared wide.
I don't think this is the proper way to store wine.
No, of course it is. It's a wineskin. It's your wineskin.
Oh,
It's traditional.
I thought I lost it somewhere. Should I take a swig? Should I drink? Is that what I'm supposed to do?
If you want to.
I think for now I'll just pocket it.
All right. Well, now that you've got your wineskin back, and yeah, you can mark that down. Wineskin filled. Do you think you can smell out your old flute any better? And indeed, as you cast your gaze around this clearing again, you catch a whiff of something woody and earthy, like freshly carved wood. You can follow the scent if you want, or you can not do that.
I suppose I don't really have anything else I can do, so I'll float through the air like a cartoon character drawn to a pie.
It's more that you go down on your hands and knees like a feral animal and
Why would I
find
do-
yourself crawling through these reeds until they are high above your horns as you follow this scent, your eyes wide but not really looking. And a few moments later, you find a particular reed that is old and dried and splits into two immediately above its base. And you wrap your hands around it and pull it out, and you see this carved mouthpiece emerge from the ground where this reed was rooted. And you have this double, how do I put it? It's like a flute, but it splits into two flutes.
Oh, is
And it has
pan
like a
flute?
wooden reed.
No, pan flute is the tubes. Oh, I know it. That shit was in
Panpipes is a bun,
Narnia.
but this is a two-barreled flute.
Yeah, that's the shit that Tumnus had in Narnia.
Would you play for me, old friend?
Sure, I'll play. I'll play him a song.
All right, roll performance.
I am the flute man. Performance. I'm real rusty. It's been ages.
Yeah, you put your mouth on the reed and you put your fingers over the holes, but you get a taste of that dirt that was still in there, and you sort of spit through the flute, and it makes this horrible little honking noise. And actually, the cat laughs this airy, echoing laugh and says, not quite, but I think I like this new song too.
Okay.
Oh, you should be heading back. It's, just before dawn, you know.
I would like to.
Just-
I mean, I enjoyed our visit, but you know, I don't want to be late.
Oh, of course. No one ever wants to be late. You should, just head out into the woods. I'm sure you'll find your way.
Yeah, I could do with a little more direction than that.
Well, you won't get it.
You're a druid.
Alright, thank you. So I gained a wineskin and a flute.
A very special old reed flute.
And now
Mm.
you're lost.
You sort of head into the thicket at the edge of this clearing, and you blink, and you're staring back at the party again.
You just got Aliced.
Oh
I'm not
fuck.
gonna lie.
Yeah, there we go. Hey gang.